So hey everyone, I found this pump with a valve here. I don't know what it is. It's really close to the railroad tracks. I'm on the river trail in Bainbridge, and it's just sitting here in the woods next to a tree, and the tracks are up there. And also up there are the kilns to the old quarry that was here. And I have no idea what this was or what it was for. There is some writing on it. I can't quite tell what it says. But I thought I'd show it to y'all because it's just sitting there all pretty right in the middle of the woods. Pretty cool. So everyone, as I'm walking down the river trail, you get a pretty good view of the old kilns that were here. These are the limestone kilns for the quarry that was here in the Bainbridge area in PA. And I can't believe they're still there. Of course, they're on the other side of the tracks, so I'm not going to cross the tracks, obviously, but I can zoom in and you can see the detail of the kilns. Really cool. There's a bunch of them up in there. Pretty neat. So I just wanted to share that with y'all as part of my little walk today on the river trail. Okay guys, so I'm at my next destination on the river trail, and I have been here before. This particular building does look a little bit more demolished. This corner fell over, as that was all intact the last time I was here. And it looks like someone may have been digging down in the building because there's a bunch of artifacts just sitting here. And you can tell it's old stuff. There's an old medicine bottle, part of a cup. You can see the handle, and a plate. Definitely the stuff looks old. So they must have been digging down in there and found the stuff and just left it sit here. So pretty cool. And the car is right over there. Still there in the weeds, and I'm gonna go check that out next. So coming around to the other side of the building, this is where one of the doors was, the threshold, and you can definitely see that people were here digging because there's more of the glassware. And this here, I'm not sure what that is, but there's some kind of gear on there. More plates. You can see the pattern in the china or whatever, porcelain china, whatever plate it was. Actually, this plate has some writing on the back, but I can't see the whole thing because it's missing. And there's more glassware here just sitting around. And oh, and there's something blue there too. That looks like a blue jar of some kind. So very interesting. People have definitely been here looking for stuff and digging around. Pretty cool. Okay, everyone, we are here at this old car, and this is really cool. I've seen this before. It looks a little bit more deteriorated than before, but it is still pretty much intact, other than being a rust bucket. But it's really interesting that it's been here all these years, just sitting here rotting away in the woods. And it's pretty interesting if you think about it. You wonder who owned it. Was it a man or a woman? Was it a family? And how did it get here? I mean, the quarry was on the other side of the railroad tracks. And was it from a family that lived in the town here? Were they running from something? The law, maybe. Who knows? It looks to me like it may be possibly 1940s or early 50s era car, possibly. It's pretty cool though. There's the handle right there. And there's the steering wheel. Even the metal trim that was around the window is still intact there. There's the engine block right there. Pretty cool. And you can still see the front bumper. Look at that. I'm not even sure if this was a Chevy or a Ford. I don't know if anybody can tell by looking at the bumper or any of the other features of the car. But it's amazing that it's still here after all these years. Pretty cool. And it's in the perfect position for just relaxing and looking at the water. So maybe they just abandoned it. Who knows? But it would be really cool if there was still like a hubcap or something here, but I don't see one anywhere. And there's no emblem on the inside of the, on the center of the steering wheel. You can't really tell anymore, so it's hard to say what it might have been. I'm guessing maybe a Chevy, but who knows? Anyway, pretty cool. Wanted to share that with y'all. Enjoy. So as I'm walking back, guys, I noticed something in the woods that I never saw before. This is another thing. I'm hitting the jackpot today. This is another house, or the foundation of a house, and this is the metal railing to go down a set of steps into the house. I know it's hard to see with all this branches and vines, but it's all constructed, it's all stone. It looks like a stone wall here. And that side right there, on the other side of that platform, is actually steps. So that must have been the threshold to get up into the house. And this must have been the basement here. And here are the railings right here. And the wall to the steps going down, which are all covered up now. And there are some more buildings back here as well. It's not easy to get back here because everything's so overgrown, but I'll see if I can get back to the other building, but I'll go around to the front of the house then and show you the steps as well. Okay, this is another structure back a little further from the first one I showed you, and this is gorgeous. This is pretty big, and if you look over here, you can see, like, I don't know, stalls or bins, or I don't know if they used it for some sort of storage area, but it's gorgeous. There's moss growing on all of these walls, on all the concrete. It's absolutely beautiful. It'd be so neat to see it uncovered and have all these trees and vines stripped away to see what the foundation actually was and the whole structure. That would be really neat. But that would take a lot of work. But it's really cool. And I'll walk through here. Down here at my feet is corrugated metal. That was probably, and a lot of bricks too, was probably part of the roof. But it just looks so pretty with the sun shining in as well. I'll have to see if I can dig up old pictures of the town that was here across from the railroad tracks and the quarry, and see if I can figure out which building this was. And it goes back into there a little bit, I believe. There's more walls over there. Pretty cool. So I'm gonna walk around a little more and see if I can find anything else over here. Okay, so this is another house here, just to the left of the other house that I was showing you, and up a little bit closer to the river trail. And all of these houses pointed toward the trail, toward the railroad tracks. I don't know if you can see, but this here, that block there is the foundation to the front of the house. So that's where the steps would be. And this was the house right here. And you can see how deep it is down in there. And you can see the basic structure of it and the walls. And it goes back pretty far. I'm gonna try and go around to the other side, but you can see how thick all of this is. There's a lot of fallen trees around here as well. So I'll have to make my way around and see if I can get it from another perspective, but very cool that these foundations are still here. Okay, I'm making my way around this foundation of this building, and here is an electrical box, right, just sitting right there on the corner. Pretty cool. And I'm gonna walk over here so we can look down in. And it's a pretty good sized building. That looks like maybe a porcelain part of a light or a relay or something. And there's a lot of bricks over there, pieces of metal. I'm gonna walk around this way. You can see it from here. And there's something else here. I'm not sure what this is. Just laying here. Oh, 30 amp. 2,500 volts. It's just laying there. Wow, pretty cool. And a lot of brick. And there's the other part of the building over there on that side. I was standing over on that side earlier. So this is the other side. And yeah, wow, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna see if I can walk over to the other building that had the cubicles in it and see if I can get to the other side of that building as well. But very cool stuff, guys. Okay, here is another building, just a few steps away from the one I was just at. And there's some stuff here just sitting on top. Some kind of gears and a ball jar. And all this stuff is all part of the town that was here. Very cool. And there's something on the ground here too. I'm not sure what this is. Something electrical. But very, very cool. And there's a pipe sticking out of the ground behind me. I'm gonna go check that out as well. And there's so much more to explore here than I realized, guys. So I may have to come back another day and do some more of this. But it's really, really cool, and I just wanted to document it for all of y'all to enjoy it. And right around the corner from the building are these concrete blocks with holes in them. Big round center hole. If anyone knows what these were used for, let me know. I have no clue, but there's a whole bunch of them laying here. Pretty cool. And here is the post or pole I was telling you guys about, just a few steps behind the building. So I have no idea what this was used for. If anybody knows anything about it, let me know. It'd be really cool to find out. Okay guys, so I am back to the original building that I saw. There's quite a bit back here, and this, like I mentioned earlier, are the steps to the front of the house. And they are still all intact right there, with a beautiful carpet of moss on them. Just decorated with nature, very pretty. And all of these houses apparently had the steps this direction facing the railroad tracks and the quarry. So that's how they were all designed. Really cool stuff, guys. So glad you came along with me today and helped me to discover all of this stuff. This is the time of year to do it, like I've said before, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to see any of it in the spring and summer. Hope you enjoyed this little walk along the river trail and checking out all of the abandoned ruins of the quarry. Pretty cool.